Hello. Good.
Good morning, everyone. Seems our echo is really bad. We should do something about it.
Yeah. Sorry, guys. There's a technical issue here.
So while waiting for her, enjoy the break for a while.
Alright. Here we are again. Let's try that again. Good morning, everyone. We are back with another episode at Sun4U. I am Hari Prasad.
And I'm Shazreena.
And we are very happy to have to have you here with us, listening, and spending your time here with us.
Yes.
So today's episode would be about time management, right?
Exactly.
Yeah. So before jumping in the time management topic, let's just talk about the exam season that has been coming, that has been happening around campus.
I just finished my final.
Really? You finished your finals? How was it?
How was it? Well, not bad.
Not bad? Okay, that's good.
It wasn't
that's good.
bad, but it's exam. Exam is supposed to be like exam.
Yeah,
like,
right.
Stressed out, burned out, and everything. Like, not bad.
Right. That's
it felt good.
That is good.
What about you?
I'm okay. My exams are actually after our semester break for a week. Yeah, so there are some courses which actually have their exams before the semester break, and some after the semester break. So yeah, it's really nice to see everyone full on to their studies and sacrificing sleep and all that.
One of my chemistry teacher, he said, I'm having fun looking at you guys stressing out.
My God.
He especially makes the question like that just to see us stressed out.
No way. Wow.
Come on.
Wow. That's something. That is something. All right, let's not mention any names here. All right.
I hope he listens.
But we wish you all the best if you're having any final exams. Any midterm exams around this period of time, and we hope you do the best and you've prepared for it. It's too late anyways now to start cramming all your subjects,
true.
so might as well just accept your fate and go in the exam hall.
You guys can check out our last episode, the previous episode on study tips, right?
Yeah, it's about how the different methods of how you can study and all that.
Yeah.
So that's something you can definitely check out if you feel like you've got the time for it.
And then since I finished my exam, right? Actually, this is my final, not midterm.
Oh wow! Okay.
I finished my CMP already.
All right. Wow, that's good. That's good. Congratulations for finishing.
So I finally got some sleep today.
Nice. That is good.
woke up 30 minutes before the show.
Damn, look at that. That's the life. Am I right?
Yeah.
That's the life. So yeah, once again, if you're having any sort of exams, midterm, finals, whatever it may be, all the best. You've put in your effort, I hope. If not, then
true.
Better luck next time. I guess it's just a piece of paper. Don't let it shape your future.
Yes.
Yep, exactly. So finally, going into today's topic, time management. So Shazreena, I know you are already done officially as a CIMP student, but how was your experience with regards to time management?
For CMP, I think it's fine, not bad, but it's 70% coursework.
Okay.
So
So which means you had a lot of deadlines to meet, right?
yes, true.
Okay.
But then it's fine as long as you start from the beginning, as long as you don't procrastinate and
Yeah,
stuff.
exactly. So procrastination is also another thing that we're going to be covering later part of the
on.
show.
Yeah.
For now, time management, I feel, is something that we all hear very frequently around campus. There's been a lot of workshops. There's been a lot of talks about time management. And as a student, I'm pretty sure you are also struggling to meet your deadlines, struggling to, finish this, finish that. As a student, I'm very sure the checklist of the things that we have to complete is never ending.
Exactly.
How do you feel about your classes? Do you there on time for your classes?
Not for the morning.
Not for the morning, exactly. So that's another thing. Some of us, not
yes.
most of us, are actually quite late for classes. At times.
Well, my classes starts a bit early, so like it's just either I sleep early or like be late for the
Yeah,
class.
I think sleeping early would be the way to go for that.
That's the only perfect method
Yeah,
to be
exactly.
early, I guess.
So I hope you are not running late for your class now. I hope you are, on the way, well on time for any classes that you are going to while listening to us. So what about some personal experience when it comes to time management? Have you recently struggled to meet a deadline? How did you, did you eventually meet that deadline? How about some of that?
Well, I think if you guys like become when you pass the deadline, we can like email the lecturer,
Yeah,
email the
true.
teacher, like say why you
Need an extension?
yes.
Yeah.
And then like some of the teachers are really nice and they do actually give you some extension. And my biology teacher is super funny. He
Okay.
actually gave me the real extension. You know, the one that you plug your cables.
Oh my God, he gave you that?
Yes.
And when you asked for an
Yes.
extension? Oh my
Yes.
God, wow.
And also the extension for the assignment, but
Okay.
he's just trying to be funny,
Alright,
that
alright.
jokes. But
Okay, wow.
Yeah.
That caught me off guard for a bit.
I'm gonna miss him so much. Oh my god.
Okay, so it's glad to know that there are lecturers who, are kind enough to give
Yeah,
out
so
an
like,
extension without deducting your marks.
So if you guys
Right.
like miss the deadline, don't be scared. It's okay.
Yeah.
Like just email them. Pour your heart on the
Yeah,
email.
exactly. And hope for the best. Some if you're lucky, you may get an extension without getting any marks deducted. Some
Yes,
some
true.
lecturers, they may be like, you had enough time for this, and your
This
reason
one.
may be invalid, so then you have to get some marks deducted. So always it's best to stay on time.
Yes,
Right.
exactly.
So before moving on to the most awaited procrastination topic, let's just look at some benefits of time management.
Some benefits of time management, I think like you guys can have more greater productivity and efficiency, don't you think?
Yeah,
And
I
like-
totally agree with that.
And then when you are more productive and efficient, I'm sure like your stress level automatically decrease,
Yeah, because you don't have to, cram everything last minute, right?
But yeah, we are very last minute students. Like it's okay.
I'm sure as a listener, yeah, you must be relating a lot to what we're saying here,
Yes.
because it's all some sort of a domino effect. So with greater productivity and efficiency, you manage to settle your work way earlier, which also provides you less stress, when the deadline is approaching. That what, I don't have to stress up about this because I've already completed this work
Yes,
way
true.
earlier, right? Yeah.
So like when
That also leads to a better professional reputation. If you are a student who has completed all your assignments and met all your deadlines on time, I'm pretty sure that your lecturer would also, have some good things to say about you, as compared to a student who's, late and, always asking for extensions.
yeah,
all that.
so I'm sure everyone has personal experience on it, right?
Yeah,
So
exactly.
we can like prepare for future, and it's okay. Let
True.
the bygone be bygone.
True. And with that, I think it's inevitable where you have a better chance of advancements, to lead to better opportunities in life. If your lecturer sees that, this is someone who can meet his or her deadlines properly without, any delays, then yeah, of course, what's gonna stop you from getting some extra recognition for it, or a better opportunity? Like, you know what,
Yes,
you're gonna
exactly.
attend this sort of workshop, you're gonna be responsible for this task. It's all, it's all, as I said, a domino effect. One thing leads to another.
Exactly. So I hope our listeners do try to improve in the future.
Yes,
Well,
yes,
if
I
you're
hope
already
you
on time,
exactly.
keep
So
it up.
yeah, I hope you you get a good idea of what we're saying, because this goes out to you especially. Like, if you have any problems facing your deadlines, if you have any problems with time management, please change for the better, because as I said, the domino effect can go two ways. It's either a beneficial way, or it can go on a self-destructive path. All right, stress, you don't want a life where you have full on stress, high stress levels, and everyone thinks that you can't take on a good job and everything. So might as well you take some sort of measures to change that.
Yes. So we'll be back after a small break. Stay tuned. welcome back to another segment of our Sun4U episode today. I'm Shazreena.
And I'm Hari. Thank you so much for spending your time with us on a Friday afternoon. It's still morning, so sorry, Friday morning then.
So, as we have mentioned before about procrastination, what is procrastination, Harry?
So when it comes to the term procrastination, I'm pretty sure one saying or one phrase that you hear a lot is that procrastination is the thief of time.
Yeah,
right.
True.
It's very famous. It's very it's said all around the world.
Well, it's not only famous for no reason, right?
Yeah.
It is actually true.
It is actually the thief of time. Yeah. So if you feel that people say that you can't buy time, money can't buy time, but even then your time can be stolen.
Yes.
By procrastination. So yeah, coming back to procrastination is basically when you choose to do something else instead of the tasks that you should be doing. So for example, if you know that you have to do some sort of assignment or some sort of studying, you are putting that aside and you're doing something else, like you are scrolling through your social media, or you are sleeping, stuff like that.
Yeah, true.
So some people actually believe that procrastination is equal to laziness,
I kind of agree to it.
In that sense, for that, actually it's two different things, because laziness suggests that you are unwilling to act, you are inactive. But procrastination, you are just doing something else rather than the thing that you should be doing.
Yeah, true.
Yeah, so you see, in that sense, it's different from laziness, because laziness, you're not choosing to do anything at all. Procrastination, you're choosing to do something, but that's not the thing that you should be doing.
Exactly. But I think when procrastination comes from you're doing something that you don't like.
Yeah, correct.
So in order to remove the procrastination part, so you can be more efficient and productive. So you guys should do something that you like instead of just doing something that you don't enjoy in life and procrastinate the whole thing.
Yeah.
It's just not worth it, right?
Yeah, or another way is you can make the boring or unattractive task fun in some method. That is true. There is a lot of ways that we will be discussing, and just out of not to say out of topic, it's within this topic. I'm not sure if you all have. I'm not sure if you have heard about this book. There's this very good book, which you can definitely check out if you all like to. If you like to build good habits and break bad ones. The book is called Atomic Habits by James Clear. It's a very, very good read.
So you like to read books, right?
Yeah, exactly. And I think I mentioned this book as well on one of our previous episodes. And it's really a very good read. It solves the whole procrastination problem. It solves, making your unattractive tasks more interesting. It solves the whole thing. As a student, it is a must read. Atomic Habits.
So does that mean our Harry here doesn't procrastinate at all?
No. Of course I do. No. Nobody's perfect. Nobody's perfect. But I still do. I still do procrastinate. But as I said, definitely much less than I used to do before I read the book.
So check out the book, guys.
Yeah, exactly. As once again, this episode is not sponsored by the book. Yeah.
So in order we do. Not everyone has the time for the book, right? So we have come up with a few methods that can help our listeners in order to overcome the procrastinate.
Yeah. If you're listening to us and if you suffer from procrastination, you've come to the right place, because we are saving you we're saving your time, we're saving your effort, we're saving your energy to buy the book, to read it, or to go online and search it. We have compiled all the steps for you, personalized for you, and you can just keep listening to us, and we're going to unravel each step right now.
All right. So the first step will be set specific and realistic goals.
Okay, so specific and realistic goals. What do you mean by that?
Like, let's say if you want to start something, start with, let's say if you want to start running or something, like you can start with 2 minutes of jogging, and like you will procrastinate that thing that, okay, today I want to go for a run, and then like you feel like, nah, maybe tomorrow, and then like, why not you just start with 2 minutes of jogging?
Yeah, okay. So that's a very important first step, because when you say you want to start running, for example, right? It sounds like a big task.
True.
It sounds like it's something big that you gotta go on, because you don't know how far you're gonna run, you don't know how long you're gonna take, you don't know what time you're gonna start, you don't know what time you're gonna be back. It's, as I said, very unspecific if you say that today I want to
Exactly.
start running.
So
Right?
why not you guys
Yeah.
start small and
Correct.
build it?
Build the habit up. Yeah. So
Yes, true.
in that sense, what you can do is just start with 2 minutes of jogging, for example. 2 minutes of jogging is something very small,
Yes.
right? And I'm pretty sure everyone can jog for 2 minutes. And although it may seem like, oh, you know what, it's such a small thing. It's not really a very big achievement to say that, oh, I jogged for 2 minutes today. It's actually not, because you know why? This 2 minutes of jogging daily builds up over a week, over 2 weeks, over a month. So if you've gone for jogging 2 minutes a month, the habit is already there. The habit already, goes. The habit already accumulates. So
Slowly but surely.
yeah, exactly. From there, so once you've mastered 2 minutes of jogging, maybe you can go 10 minutes of jogging, 10
Yes,
minutes, and then
true.
20 minutes, and then half an hour, 1 hour. Slowly but surely, you are, putting it.
Overcoming
Yeah,
it
you are
slowly,
putting it upon yourself
Yes.
that you want to start running. You become a running person already by then.
So like, other than just setting small goals, realistic goals, you can also access your procrastination. Like, find out why are you guys actually procrastinating? Like, why are you guys not studying? Why are you guys not doing your stuff? Like, what is the main reason?
Yeah. So in this case, let's talk about studying, because that's what
We can relate
that's what we all
most.
most relate to, and I'm sure you, as our listener, you relate that to the most as well. So if just say studying is something that you procrastinate a lot, find out what do you exactly procrastinate studying with. So what do you do instead of studying? It could be social media, as I mentioned. It could be sleep, as I mentioned. It could be even just gaming, as I mentioned.
Yeah,
Right?
true.
So from there, now you know that studying is the task that you're supposed to do, and gaming, for example, is the task that you do instead of studying, right? Think about where and when you procrastinate. Is it at night is it at night, in the morning, in the afternoons? And where as well? Is it in campus? Is it in your room? Is it in your house?
Or let's say you can't focus in the room, right?
Yeah.
You end up playing game and stuff. You can always come to the library.
Exactly.
But
So
do you realize, Harry, like our library these days is so packed?
yeah,
Maybe because of the exam
season. It has to be
Yeah.
exam season. But yeah, that's where you slowly assess your whole procrastination situation, and then you figure out every detail that you can get.
True.
Right? So as I said, first you start with what exactly you should be doing, which is studying. How you do it, it's through playing games, for example. Think about when and where you procrastinate, and the final step for this for the final sub step for this step is why you procrastinate. Think about why you choose to play the game
Instead of studying. Like, is it just for fun, or are you scared of studying? You don't get it or something? Like,
Yeah,
you
correct.
can always work on that.
Correct.
Right?
So a few reasons to why people procrastinate is because fear of due to perfectionism. Like you have something already so perfect in the sense that you don't want to start working on it again. You have the fear of it being ruined. For example, if
I see.
fear is also another reason of procrastination. You are scared.
True.
if just say for example you are having an exam and you feel like you
The
haven't
anxiety,
the
exam
anxiety and all
anxiety.
that. So you can procrastinate studying and choose to play a game, because the game gives you some sort of comfort, gives you some sort of
Yes,
peace of mind.
true. But you have to overcome it.
Yeah.
You just have to face it.
True.
Like when you face it should be fine.
True.
Other than like the small goals, why you're scared and stuff, you can also create your own plan.
Yeah, correct. So from there, once you've already assessed your procrastination situation, you can move on to create your plan, which is basically you are using anti-procrastination techniques which account for the goals that you set and the nature of your procrastination problem.
Okay.
That's why we said the first two steps was about setting specific and realistic goals, and also to assess why you procrastinate, how you procrastinate, when and where you procrastinate. Right?
So like the first two steps was to know your main thing.
Yeah, exactly.
Which can lead you to make your own plan actually.
Correct. That's true. So when we say create your plan, it's a plan on how you want to stop procrastinating. Let's just see, for example, you say that at night you're supposed to study, but you choose to play your game, right? And you do this in your room. Instead, your plan can be, instead of going back to the room and studying, you can study in the library at night instead.
Yeah.
I'm saying this for those who live nearby campus, because if you live far away, it may not be a very sensible
choice,
idea.
yeah.
For those of you stay near campus, if you suffer from this is something that you can definitely try, because when you are studying in the library, it's a completely new environment. It's not the same room, because right now the room is associated as a place where you game instead of you studying. So with the library, it's a whole new environment, and plus
which everyone
is focusing
yes.
around you. Exactly.
So like when you see people nearby, is everyone like struggling,
Yeah.
it actually leads you to some kind of sense like, oh my god, everyone is doing it, why won't I do it?
Exactly. So yeah, that's something that you can definitely look at. Basically, there is a lot of anti-procrastination techniques that we also have here, listed down for you. A lot of it, by the way. We'll just go through briefly one by one.
Which is like increase energy level by taking breaks.
Yeah. So breaks is breaks are something that it's important, especially if you're studying. Your brain can only focus for so long, right? You can't go 3 hours just by focusing full on without any breaks. That makes you mentally exhausted as well, right? So something that you can utilize for a better studying experience would be, maybe you can break your study sessions into 20 minutes
and then take break for like
5 to 10 minutes, something like that.
Yeah,
in those
true.
blocks, so that actually enhances your focus, and also you actually cover more while being very alert throughout your studying experience. You get to pick out the good points, the important points, highlight the important points and all that.
But when you are so indulged into studying, it can be not just 20 minutes, it can go for an hour.
Yeah.
When you really enjoy the
Correct.
process.
Correct, that's true.
So that's a good thing,
Yeah,
right?
that's a very good thing. I think it depends from each person to each person, because if you feel like you are getting mentally exhausted, that's when you stop, take a break.
Yes,
You need a break
true.
already at that point of time. All right,
So
next.
taking breaks and like break in between is a very manageable steps. It's
Yep.
like commit to a tiny step first, then you guys make the task more enjoyable.
Yeah, so committing to a first tiny step would be something like, okay, for example, if you have your study week and you have an exam after the study week, so you've got 10 chapters to cover during the study week. 10 chapters sounds very big. 10 chapters sound very
True.
huge, a lot. Yeah. So as I said, when you want to break your task into a tiny and a more manageable step, maybe you can go like, today I'm going to cover chapter 1 first for the morning, For the
Okay.
morning, I'm going to cover chapter 1 and I'm going to do all the questions that I have for chapter 1. That is breaking your 10 chapters into manageable steps, and you commit to a tiny first step, which is just studying the first chapter. Forget about the nine other chapters.
Yeah,
focus on the
the
first one.
first chapter first.
Yes, correct.
So like after, let's say you have done your first chapter and you want a break, you can also like listen to music, like enhance your, it gives you comfort. Let's
Yeah.
say while studying you have been very discomfort, you don't like it. Okay, while the break you can enjoy whatever you like 10 minutes
Exactly.
gaming.
True.
Right.
True. So the next anti-procrastination technique here, as Shazreena mentioned, it would be to make tasks more enjoyable. So
yeah.
as mentioned, just studying, as I said, also this also applies from each person to each person. So if you are the type of person who feels that you feel studying is just too much, you can make it enjoyable by doing something you like while studying. So this can be, if you like to listen to music, you can listen to music while you study, because listening to music is something you like to do and studying is something you may not like to do. When you pair them up together, that makes
It more enjoyable.
makes it more enjoyable. Yeah. For example, if you feel like studying is too much of a hassle for you, for example, another method that some people do is, if they like to drink coffee, you can take a drink while you study. So
Yes,
drinking
true.
coffee is something you like to do, and studying is something you may not like to do. When you pair them up together, that gives a very good mix
Combination.
already. Yes,
Yeah.
correct.
But coffee also makes you awake. Like,
Yeah, true.
in biology they say like you're drinking something while you're doing it, right?
Yeah.
So the next time you drink the same drink, and while you're doing the same stuff, you'll automatically get the things that you have done before previously.
Wow. So it becomes associated, right?
Yes,
Which is
true.
Wow, that's
so
nice.
it's a very good thing to do to do together. Like you're
Okay,
having
okay.
some kind of snacks while you're studying, and then like the next time you study, have the same snack. It can help you to, flashback your previous revision and so on.
True. So, are you in any way teasing for a biology Sun4U episode? In any way?
Well, in the future we never
In the
know,
future,
right?
You never know, guys. For those of you biology heads out
So
there.
stay tuned for my biology, maybe.
Yeah, plus, you have already graduated CIMP, right?
I haven't. I'm
haven't.
graduating this Friday.
Oh, Friday. Wow, okay. So, by
So
that
if you
time,
guys are wondering how I look like, you always come to the JC Hall.
JC Hall, yeah.
This
JC Hall.
Friday, guys.
This Friday.
Make CMP graduation lit.
Yeah, correct. So plus, who else you can learn better biology from a graduate, right?
Oh,
So-
okay. Sure, why not?
Yeah. So that's going back to the whole anti-procrastination techniques. That was one of it, where we make tasks more enjoyable by doing something you like while studying. But at the same time, you need to know that this task that you do while studying shouldn't affect your focus much, because some students, for our listeners, I'm not sure, you may feel that listening to music while studying doesn't make sense, because you feel that you get distracted by music. You feel distracted if you have a drink nearby. You feel you want to go into a state of deep focus. So as I mentioned, it depends from it is different from each person to each person,
Exactly.
to each their own. So next anti-procrastination technique that we have is to make it harder to procrastinate by removing distractions.
True, but I don't think that's fully doable.
Okay, so
It is doable, but it's
in
gonna
that
be
sense,
hard.
in that sense, let me give you an example for that. So when we say removing distractions, right? For example,
Yes.
you are supposed to study, but you scroll on Instagram all the time. Okay, I'm
True,
very
true.
sure most of our listeners, I'm very sure you are guilty of that. I'm guilty of that as well. So, what we can do is, when we say remove distractions, is you got to look at how the process goes, how the process starts when you procrastinate to study when you when you procrastinate studying and choose to scroll on your social media. So it starts off when you sit down to study, you have your phone next to you, you say, oh look, my phone is next to me, I'm going to take it and I'm going to scroll Instagram for 5 minutes. 5 minutes turns to 10 minutes, 10 minutes turns to 20 minutes, 20 minutes turns to an hour. Procrastination is happening as you go along.
True.
So what you can do in that situation is, what we mean by removing distractions is, when you say that you want to study, put your phone in a different room or put your phone behind you where you cannot see,
Yes.
make it harder for you to reach out
Think
for your
about
phone.
it also.
Yeah, make it harder for you to think about it, reach out for your phone and all that, because the human mind is programmed in such a way that it does what is convenient, what is easy, what is in front of us. So by putting the phone in a different room, for example, the human mind thinks, oh, to get the phone I need to get up, walk all the way to the other room, get the phone, come back, and then I can scroll through Instagram. Might as well I just have my books in front of me, might as well I
Just
choose to study.
Yes.
Right? So in that way we are basically fooling our brain to think that scrolling Instagram is actually more unattractive at that point of time compared to studying.
Yes, true.
Yeah, so that is a very practical method that we all can do if you're studying at home. If you're studying in campus, for example, you can give your phone to your friend and say, look, I'm going to be studying, you're going to be sitting next to me for the next 1 hour, you keep my phone and I'm going to be doing my work fully, deep focus,
Make sure you trust your friend.
Yeah, and make sure your friend doesn't have the password to your phone.
Okay, why not?
Yeah, so that's the thing. It makes it harder for your brain to think, okay, to get my phone I gotta go ask my friend, and then he's not gonna give me, so it makes the scrolling through Instagram a very unattractive task.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So, but let's say you have your Instagram in your laptop or iPad, delete it.
Yeah, delete it. Correct. True. So as I said, remove distractions. It's harder for you to procrastinate.
Other than like just removing the distractions, I'm sure you guys have other method, right?
Yeah. So the last method that we have here to make the last anti-procrastination tactic that we have here this is actually also from the Atomic Habits book. Is to
Wow,
increase
that's
your
cool.
motivation. Yeah, it's to increase your motivation by marking streaks of completing a particular habit on your calendar.
That's so cool.
Yeah, you know why? Because this actually fools the brain into thinking that
You have
look,
a
we are
streak.
having some sort of progress going
Yes.
on, and all that. So if, for example, going back to the running example that we have earlier, if just say you jog for 2 minutes every single day, what's going to keep you going? If you mark your calendar every single day, you tick the dates. Look, I've been jogging for 1 week straight for 2 minutes every day. Even if it's just 2 minutes every day, it doesn't matter. 1 week straight, I've been going. 2 weeks straight, I've been going.
Yes.
3 weeks straight, I've been going. 1 month straight, I've been going.
That's a big accomplishment.
Exactly.
Right?
The act of you just ticking those days brings a lot of motivation and dopamine to your brain to say that, you know what, this is something that I should keep going. Because it basically becomes a game now. It becomes a game of numbers. And once again, about the human mind loves to win. The human mind loves to win
Yes,
any
true.
game it's playing. So in that way, whenever you go for a run, or whenever, for example, the 10 chapters that we had, you can write on a piece of paper 10 chapters. You can write on all the sub chapters as well. And once you're done with each chapter, you keep ticking each one. It keeps you going. It keeps you,
Yes, exactly.
on track as well. And the brain now thinks, oh look, this is a game. Chapter 10 is the boss level. Chapter 1 is level 1.
Yes.
So now I'm gonna keep going, and I'm gonna keep going until I finish the boss level.
Yes, exactly.
Right.
But then, like, when you have done certain period of time, let's say like, we were talking about jogging. Let's say you have done jogging for straight 3 months non-stop, and then like suddenly you stop. And then like one day you're gonna look back and like, oh my god, I have done 3 months non-stop, and why did I stop?
Yeah, correct.
You're gonna question
You
that
can't throw
thing
that
to
away.
yourself.
You can't throw 3 months away.
Yes.
It's hard for me as well. I actually relate to that a lot because I've been going to the gym. I'm not showing off. I'm just telling this for educational purposes. I've been going to gym for about a month and a half, and for the first time, I've taken a 1 week break. It's just for 1 week, but I've taken a break due to my wrist injury and my leg injury. I was not able to work out, but then after the week, the day I had to go back to the gym, I was like, it's so good to be back. And number two, why do I feel so weird being back? It takes some time to, readjust and get back into the momentum, slow and steady.
True. But it's okay.
Yeah. If your identity is someone who runs, if your identity is someone who studies a lot, then it's very hard for that identity to, get this. It's very hard for that identity to get disrupted.
True. Exactly.
So if you are someone who runs, then 1 week wouldn't do anything to you, because after the 1 week, when you're back on track with your health, you can continue running because that's who you are.
Yes, true. So, to our listeners, we're gonna be back after a small break again. So if you guys want to know more about on this topic, stay tuned. Hi, welcome back to another segment of Sun4U Radio. In this episode, I am Shazreena.
And I'm Hari. We really appreciate you spending your Friday afternoon here with us today.
Yes.
So, Shazina, why don't we just give our new listeners some sort of refresher? Yeah.
Okay. So, in our episode today, we have been talking about our time management in our life since we have been being through exam seasons and everything. So we have been talking about how we manage our time, benefits of our time management, what leads to wasting our time, and so on, which is procrastination. We have also covered our how to overcome procrastination and everything. So, dear listeners, if you guys do want to get back to it, please scroll after we end our episode. You can come and check out our YouTube to get to know more on this topic and on this episode. We also have it on Spotify. Yeah, so back to our episode, our topic, which is procrastination. After we have done everything and on it, we can also come back to it, which is implement our plan.
Yeah. So once we've already create our plan using the anti-procrastination steps mentioned earlier, it's now time to implement your plan. Make sure you work it out. Make sure you experiment with it as well. Get crazy with it. And then another two important things that you should be doing is, after implementing your plan, you should reflect on your progress and, if necessary, refine your approach.
Yes, true. Let's say you have been going on doing the same thing, you can always change the technique, approach,
correct,
technique and everything.
That's true. That's very true. And if you feel that it's not really working for you, any anti-procrastination technique isn't working for you, you can always just change it up. There's plenty of techniques out there that you can definitely try out.
Yes,
and
true.
As a student, I'm pretty sure you want what's best for you. We want what's best for you as well. So yeah, look at your progress, reflect on how often have you started to procrastinate after implementing the technique, and remember that change doesn't happen overnight. It's a ongoing process, and
Exactly.
Nobody's perfect. Nobody's perfect.
Don't push yourself too hard just
Yes.
because you're not getting perfect doing it. It's okay. Take your time.
Yes, exactly. So yeah, it's all a process that you have to go through and grow through.
Yes,
And
exactly.
yeah, so it at the end of the day, it's tiny little steps to make you a better person eventually.
Yeah. So let's say you're not perfect at your time management. It's okay. Start small. You can get there eventually.
Yep, you definitely can. So with that, that's all we have for today.
For today, our episode.
Yep. We hope you enjoyed it. We hope you learned a thing or two, and we hope
Yes.
you start taking proper measures to overcome your time management issues from now on.
Yes, exactly. As I mentioned before, this is my final episode.
Okay,
For
there we go.
Sun4U.
Shazina's final episode for Sun4U. Thank you so much, Shazina, for having us.
Thank
And,
you so much for having me.
Yeah.
I really enjoyed being part of this. Every Friday has been very enjoyable with our listeners, having our listeners. Yeah, I'm gonna miss this
We had
stuff.
we had a good run.
Yeah, I'm gonna miss you.
Yes, for sure. Feelings mutual. So yeah, I guess all the best for
Thank
after this,
you.
and that biology class will forever be open for you. Yeah.
Well, we never know about that.
You never know. So
So
yeah.
if you guys yes, please stay tuned for next episode on our Sun4U. We'll be back with Harry and
God knows who.
yes.
Time to find out.
I hope you guys enjoyed being a part of
Our show.
yes.
Yeah. It's been good having y'all, and remember, you have to be the master of your own time. Time waits for
True.
nobody. And don't let procrastination steal your time.
Yes, true.
Thank you so much,
Alright,
everyone,
thank
for
you so
listening.
much.
Thank you for spending your time here with us today. Thank you
On
so much for
Friday
also
afternoon.
taking your time on a Friday afternoon being with us. It's been great. It's been good. We'll see you on the next episode. Take care.
Bye.
Bye bye.